Welcome YouTubers, week 6 NFL 2020. What's up, Blueberry? Finally got done with last week. I mean, they're playing Tuesday night games. They're playing wherever they're doing. You gonna hide? You gonna hide behind me? You don't want to come see the camera? Come on, come see the camera. Come see the camera. All right, we're gonna get on to let's get on to the picks of the week, or run down the games to start with. We got Detroit at Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville. They've been on my radar for a little bit. In the stages, they're going to be 2 times stage 3 and 1 time stage 2, so that's definitely picking all 3 systems there. It'll be a $2,000 bet on the multiple scheme. It'll be a $2,000 bet on the fixed scheme, and the martingale will be 1 times 512 plus 2 times 1239. So that ends up being 512 plus 2478, $29.90, almost $3,000 out on Jacksonville this week. Jacksonville at home, a dog plus 3.5, also currently trending about 28% in the betting market, or the favorite market. It's a public market, so definitely a non-public favorite home dog. Good deal. Your bookies will love you for picking that. At least balancing out their book. Anyways, Jacksonville 1-4 overall, 2-3 ATS, so kind of a crapshoot. 1-1 at home ATS, so 50-50 shot there. Anyways, I'm hoping for good things. Hopefully they'll cover this week, and getting some points along the way will be great. Detroit, Jacksonville, not much to say. Denver, New England, no, don't care about that. Chicago, Carolina, don't care about that. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, don't care about that. Atlanta, they're a 2 times stage 2, so if you're playing the martingale, it's going to be $1,024 for them. Baltimore at Philadelphia. Philadelphia 1 time stage 2, so if you're playing the martingale, it's $512 on Philadelphia. Houston, Tennessee, don't care. Minnesota, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, don't care. Washington, New York Giants, don't care. New York Jets, Miami, don't care. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, don't care. LA Rams versus San Francisco. San Francisco got clobbered, somewhat surprisingly to me last week. Thought they would be stronger than that, but they are 1x stage 2 with a loss last week and not covering. So they're going to be $512 in the martingale on San Francisco. Kansas City, Buffalo, don't care. And the last game of the week, Arizona versus Dallas. Do care about Dallas. They are 0-5 ATS this year, 0-3 at home, but they're 2-3 overall. They again started off, I think, a 3-point favorite, but now they're already to almost 3 points. I think 2.5, 3, depending on your lines, for a dog at home. So another home dog. Public's got them about 37%, so another non-favorite. Bookie, you'll love both those picks this week. Jacksonville and Dallas, non-public favorites at home dogs. So again, the numbers on Dallas, they are 1x times the stage 3 and 2x times stage 2. So it's 1,024 plus the 1,239 ends up being 2,263. In the martingale, in the fixed scheme, it'll be $2,000 on Dallas, and on the multiple scheme, it's just 1 bet, or $1,000 on Dallas. So that's going to work out to $3,000 total out there beginning of the week for the multiple scheme, $4,000 for the fix, and $7,301 for the martingale. Just a quick catch you caught up on the status for the year, the bankroll, or where we're at. I do have a caveat coming up. I did screw up part of my picks. Come here, Blue. Fine, I'll switch with you. It's going to be a lazy dog today. Anyways, it's 20,000, right? We haven't made any bets in the multiple or the fix. They're both sitting at 20,000, and our multiple has dropped down to 18,835, so we've lost almost $1,100. Let me get the games out there, the teams that I think are going to win over the next 3 weeks, starting this week. Buffalo, Denver, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, and then Miami 2x, right? So, I mean, I'm not betting any of those in the stage 1 martingale, but they're starting this week on those. So let me go over which team I screwed up on and how I screwed up. And it doesn't matter to us because it's only going to be $1,000 or $2,000 difference. It's not going to be the difference between a winner and a loser. Technically it could, but I'm going to be, if I'm down $1,000 at the end of the season, then that would have made me plus $1,000 and technically a winner. I don't consider $1,000 on a $20,000 bankroll at the end of the year to be a win. I'm looking for much more than that. So what happened was I don't have many games, so I looked at the covers.com score page, and just because I only had a couple games out there, and I looked at that, and in week 4, Baltimore played Washington. Washington was plus 14. If you remember last week, I said that was a push according to covers, but my real data comes off of the team page, and sometimes that differs. They're on different databases as far as the lines that they got and adjustments and that type of stuff. So they ended up being plus 15 on the team page. And when I run I had more games this last week, so when I run the algorithm, I spit out the page. I said, what's going on here? So I should have had, in week 4, I should have had Washington plus 15 and a win. And of course, being a push, I bet them. So they should have been a win on stage 1 and stage 2 back then. So I ended up last week, I ended up with Washington and LA Rams, and I said those two were both head-to-head with stage 3. Well, and Washington was a stage 2 pick also. So I ended up putting $512 down on Washington. We all did. We ended up losing that $512 this week. But in reality, I should have had nothing down on Washington, and I should have had a full pick, stage 3, on LA Rams, who ended up covering against Washington. So that would have been in the martingale, it would have been a $1,239 bet, which would have gave me $1,126 in profit versus losing $512. That delta is $1,638. And in the multiple, it would have been a 1 bet for $1,000. That would have been $909 in profit, and I would have been 1-0. And in the fixed, same thing, it would have been a $2,000 bet, so it's $18 in profit, $1,800 and $18 in profit in theory, and I would have been 1-0 there too. So I just keep those in mind. They don't affect what I gave out here, but I always like to make sure that my algorithm's doing really well or does great. And so when it comes to the algorithm, that's what the algorithm should have spit out. I should have read it right. So I apologize for that, but it's early. We'll get it back this week. So good luck with the picks. Again, those were 2 big games out there for me, and a few more games on the martingale to get you excited. Overall, ramping up. We'll see if we can actually start to make some progress. If not, it's just going to add collectively to more stage 2s and stage 3s. I really look usually to pop between weeks 6 and 8, but we started a little late. Again, I would have been 1-0. I would have been up a little bit, but let's see, that $1,800 is like 9% at a $20,000 bankroll, and the $909 is 4.5%. So when it gets to the end of the year, whatever my ROI is, it could have been 9% or 4.5% higher, depending on the scheme you were doing. Of course, that could come to decisions down the road. So I hit 40%, and I said I want to get out, but I would have been at 27 versus 33, or whatever the numbers end up being. So yeah, good luck, Blue. You sleepy today? Anyways, see ya.